Hello traders and welcome to the weekly outlook and setups volume 22. It's Iliya here, and as always we're gonna have a look at how the market behaved this week and what do we expect for the next one. So if you've been enjoying my content up until now, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and make sure to leave me a like if you enjoyed this video. If you want to be part of my daily analysis, I provide morning and evening analysis every single day. Make sure to check the link in the description where I have a video explaining everything and what is included. So let's go to have a look at the market. As always guys, starting from the DXY, so we had a pretty slow week in the beginning of the week. Monday and Tuesday were very slow, as we didn't have any news releases and this kind of stuff. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, which was a massive day for the euro, we had some movements around the market. So analyzing the DXY, even from the previous week, we analyzed that this ascending trend line has been broken and price has been going down with massive momentum. But you see this week, it has been a 5 days of pullback. So where do we expect the pullback? Well, personally, I would draw my Fibonacci level like this, and probably 1561.8%. And if we just draw this kind of area here, so this is our daily expectation. So that's from the daily analysis. I am still short bias, although on the 4-hourly we will be seeing a bullish trend. So dropping down to the 4-hourly, what can we see? Yep, you immediately can see the bullish trend forming new higher lows and higher highs. So this does not mean that the higher time frame is bearish. We are just in a pullback state of the market. So deleting everything and keeping in mind what we have on the daily, we have a very big zone here from the daily. So what you want to do on the 4-hourly, you want to make it kind of tighter. So what I will do is I will make my zone look exactly like this. So I think this whole area here is an area of resistance. You see price found support, then broke, tried to retest and failed. So this is kind of an area of interest to me, and this is actually around 50% and 61.8 of the daily Fibonacci. So when I see price action approach this area, I will start looking very curiously at price action and look for some potential shorts. However, currently the market is trending up, as you can see, creating new higher highs and higher lows. Price break structure, and you can see before market close, price action created a new higher high. So probably for Monday, I would expect some kind of a pullback down to this trend line or to this zone, and I will be looking for the dollar to start approaching my desired daily level. So that's from the DXY. Shorter term, bullish bias, but on the longer term, I would expect the dollar to fall. Let's see if Euro USD supports this bias. Looking at EU on the daily time frame, it is absolutely identical, just in the opposite direction to the DXY. We had this very big downtrend here, descending trend line that got broken, and price action just continued to push with massive momentum to the upside. And you can see this week we had 5 days of pullbacks. Not very massive pullback, which means that price action is corrective, which is very good to see. So if we just get some key levels from the daily, I would probably draw my Fibonacci like this, and I will be looking for 1561.8%. So I can see though that price is going to tap a massive area right now. This has been a massive resistance area. I remember I took shorts from here. You can see 1, 2, 3 price action returned, and we had an amazing entry here. So even on the 50%, you have some interactions, and 61.8. So this is a whole area of interest. I will be looking for price to pull back a little bit more than this zone. So probably let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Yep, you can see the 50%, how it aligns with this high here. So potentially EU is right now at a very strong zone, but it still has some more space to the downside. So it is really hard to decide where EU will find support, and that is why I always tell you guys to monitor price action and market structure, because if price action is going to go down like this, it will eventually start finding support and create double bottoms or ranges, and then push to the upside, retest, and then start. So that is what I mean by price action and market structure. Because when price action finds support somewhere, it will start ranging, because it cannot just tap the support area and immediately go pushing to the downside. So to the upside, sorry. So wait for price action to form any structure that will tell you that, oh, this is a support level here. Price is failing to break below. As you can see, when price tapped this area, it pulled back, tried to push up for a new higher high, but failed. So this means that the trend is potentially shifting. And on Friday, we had an amazing short from this area. So that is why you have to always go with the flow of the market. And if you want potentially to be monitoring for a level, take this daily level I just drew, but I deleted it, and potentially a little bit lower around this area here. Actually 1050 would do perfect. So make sure to have 1050 on your chart, and this can be a nice potential zone for EU to start finding support. But make sure you wait for price to touch this area here, show you some bullish signs, and then probably start looking for re-entries. So that is my bias on EU. If price continues to push to the downside though, I will continue looking for shorts until I see a change of direction and a shift of momentum. So yep, that's for EU. Let's see how the market reacts at this area from Monday. EJ daily time frame similar to EU. However, here we had a massive ABC. You can see that was a massive up move here on EJ. So currently we're starting to pull back. So here we have a massive leg. So we would expect a bigger pullback. However, I don't know if I've told you this, it's a little tip from me. When you have a massive push to the upside, very kind of overextended and very impulsive, price action usually tends to respect the 38.2, and you can see exactly where the 38.2 is at this very major area of resistance that may potentially turn as support. And you can see price had many interactions here, and you can see with this wick here price action even retested the area. So if you drop down to the 4-hourly, you will see it very perfectly. Price action found resistance, pushed to the downside, broke the zone, went down for a retest, and continued pushing to the upside. So currently analyzing, I will delete the daily FIP. Analyzing the 4-hourly, you can see price action started to create new lower highs. You see downtrend. So let's patiently wait. Probably if price action gives me another push here to the trend line and to this structure, potentially I may take another short down to this area. So we have 120 here, which is a massive area. You see that that's the level we had reaction on. And yep, long-term buy bias because we had massive ABC and currently expecting a pullback to continue pushing to the upside. So let's see, as I keep telling you, monitor price action. Currently the bias is short for me. Personally, I trade intraday, so I will be looking for shorts until price action taps into this area and gives me signs of reversals. So for now, EJ short bias until we get into the zone. Aussie USD is a little bit trickier than the other pairs, and I will tell you why. So we analyzed from last week that price was failing to break below this level. We had a beautiful 1, 2, 3 formation here from the bottom. Perfect pullback, which I bet is a perfect Fibonacci level here on the 4-hourly. You can see amazing tap at the 61.8% and a massive push to the upside, fulfilling these 62 extensions. So if you're still not comfortable with using FIPS, make sure to let me know down in the comments so I can create a nice video for you guys. So you can see price reached this very strong supply area, and we started to find resistance and price pushed massively to the downside. So still we are bullish on all of the USD pairs. So what would we expect is a push to the upside. So currently this is my Fibonacci on the daily. You can see price is nearing the 1561.8%, and it is actually perfect right here. You can see we have a daily level here, daily interaction, and everything looks perfectly fine. So looking at the 4-hourly, deleting the daily FIP, you see where the zone is. So even if you take this to the left, you will see reaction, reaction, reaction from here, massive flush break. This level is not retested yet, so we are right now to retest it potentially and then go to push to the upside. So currently price is bearish. You can see descending trend line. This is a corrective structure. Just look at the difference with this impulsive push and with this corrective structure down. So I will be waiting. I will not be taking short on this one because it is very corrective and it's reaching this zone here. So what do we have here? We have 0.68 massive level. So all of the pairs are approaching key levels, so they're really aligning for something. Make sure to wait very patiently, as I keep telling you, for price action to show you the signal, because we might have some manipulation to the upside to induce more sellers, and then price may return and start pushing to the upside. So I will be waiting for price to tap this area to show me a break of this trend line, break of structure, and then I will be looking to join the trend with higher lows and Fibonacci and everything I have in my training arsenal. So make sure to be patient. Make sure to implement this zone and this level on your chart, and let's monitor. Let's have a look at AJ daily time frame. So here you can see similar price action to AU. However, this managed to break above this structure, indicating bullish bias, and then we started to pull back. So where I think this pullback will take place is potentially this area, because what I can see from the daily time frame is some sort of a triangle or wedge formation here forming, and we're gonna see it probably on the 4-hourly. So here I will take my level from the 4-hourly because it's not very clear on the daily, but I do expect some sort of a pullback, probably if this is a Fibonacci level. Yep, you can see 61.8% lies perfectly here. So let's check the 4-hourly. And yeah, you can see this kind of a flag formation here, wedge, triangle, whatever you like to call it. I personally don't use formations, so I think that price action can pull back to this zone here. This is too big, probably something like this. So that is why I love price action, guys, and market structure, because if you just draw a level like this and you expect price to come to this level, price may break this level, price may not reach this level, price may perfectly tap the level. There are unlimited scenarios of how price can play out. So I will be waiting for price just to give me the pullback at around, let's say, this zone. So I see a little interaction here, you can see. So I will make sure to draw my zone like this to catch as much as possible price action. And you can see on the 4-hourly we're in a pullback stage. You can see A, B, C currently forming like another flag formation. So let's see if this gives us a nice push to the downside and then starts to find support. But this will be my area because this was the high that got attempted to break a few times. But you see that the bears could not take control of the market, and they failed 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And after trying for the 3rd time, we had the massive bullish engulf here and the market just rocketed. So I think this is a nice area to be watching for. Having a look at the level, it's not that good level. We have 73,500, a little bit below, and that is why I tell you to monitor price action and to see where price will find support. So personally, I will be looking for a test of this zone, and then I will start monitoring for any formations and break of the trend line and structures. NZD/USD daily time frame, absolutely the same as AU. You can see price found massive resistance here from this very strong supply area. You can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of rejection, and with beautiful wicks. This just shouts short me. So currently price entered into this area, left a massive rejection, went deeper a little bit, and then we had 2 days of massive flush to the downside. So currently price is approaching a major area here and potentially a Fibonacci level. So drawing the Fib, you see 50% aligns absolutely to perfection with the level I wanted to watch. So there are a lot of wicks here, so it's a little bit hard to identify it on the daily. But if we drop down to the 4-hourly, you see, and you can make it a little bit tighter, although I think this area is fine. So price action is currently reaching it. This is our 50%, and this is the 61.8. So there are a lot of scenarios here as well, guys. So make sure to monitor price action, but I will be looking for any sort of reversal formations. If not, I can see a very nice retest zone here. So you can see why price pushed, created a higher low, massive rejection here, pushed to the upside, tried to create another higher low, actually tried to push to the upside but failed to create a higher high, and then pushed to the downside. So if price found support here, pulls back to this area, gives me rejection, I will take a short on NU just because the momentum is too much to the downside, and I think that there are a lot of sellers already into the market. So there could be some profit taking, some pullbacks, and then we can start looking for shorts. However, make sure that you monitor the daily time frame as well, because on the daily we have this impulsive move up, pullback, so we can have another impulsive move up as well. And you can see overall the trend is shifting. You see this low, high, higher low, and higher high. So always stick to the daily trend, but if you can, make sure to trade the 4 hourly pullbacks and so on. So this is the area I will be monitoring. 63,500 actually is getting broken right now, so let's make sure to monitor Monday and Tuesday how this reacts from this zone, and potentially we will decide if we're going to take longs from here or we're going to wait for the pullback. So that's on NU. NJ daily time frame, let's have a look. Actually, AJ and NJ are very much correlated. You saw that on AJ, price managed to break the high, and you can see it broke it even clearer, closing up even above this wick. So we had some manipulation here and nice push to the downside. So currently, if you want to level from the daily, this will be some kind of a zone here, something like this. So I am bearish bias though on NJ, sorry. And I will show you why, because I saw this lower high formation here, kind of a double top, but not really it didn't really reach this high. Price pushed to the downside and broke this area as well. Oops. This kind of area, found some support here, tried to push to the upside, but failed, and broke, retest, and it's continuing down. So if I see another retest here, I will make sure to take a short on this one. So however, I will keep in mind this daily area here and potentially this Fibonacci. Let's see how it aligns. Yep, you can see 1561.8% are kind of in between this zone, so it's perfect. It's in the pocket, which is what matters. So personally, for Monday and Tuesday, I will be waiting for a pullback on this pair around this area here, and I will be looking to take a short with targets down this zone here. That's for NJ. USD JPY has been a mess. You can see a lot of consolidation here, 5 days of consolidation and really doing nothing. So price action actually is in a very strong supply area, and that is why it started to consolidate, because it fails to continue up because it found a lot of rejection here and a lot of selling pressure. So what can I identify from the daily is that this is a ranging market. Potentially this is the support area I will be looking for, and we immediately drop down to the 4 hourly. Oops, I moved my zone, but we don't need it, because always keep in mind where price action is looking at the daily, and don't make your chart too kind of with too many lines. Probably just draw a line like this and go to your style and make it daily level. That's why I would advise you. That's how I do it usually. So you can see price action is consolidating. It is very unclear. And if I have a closer look at price action, I can tell you that this is my area of resistance. And what price action did is a very nice manipulation on Friday. That is why I don't advise trading on Fridays, because there was a perfect short here. 1, 2, 3 formation, pullback even for a better entry. You will see on the hourly. On the hourly, even you have 1, 2, 3. You can sell from here, stop loss potentially above structure, and then you look for the market to go down. But you can see what happened on Friday. Massive manipulation up to take all of the stop losses that entered here, and I think that potentially this pair is going to flush to the downside now. So what I will be monitoring though, as I am very patient and I only look for high probability trades, I will wait for price to break this structure, because this is kind of a higher low. You can see this is a low, push, higher low, trial to push to the upside. Let's see if price fails, gains a lot of steam to the downside, then I will be looking for a retest of this area, and then I will ride this pair down, because you can see massive push to the upside, consolidation, distribution phase, and then we will have a massive push to the downside. That is how the market moves, and those are the cycles of the market: push, distribution, push, distribution, push. That's it. So currently we are in this distribution phase. So let's see if we get a nice short opportunity, and if you get a short opportunity, make sure to ride this pair down and take some profits along the way, because I think that pair has a very big potential of flushing a lot of pips. So let's see. I will keep you up to date with this one. USD Swissy daily time frame, we analyzed this pair that it broke the trend line with massive momentum, and we were awaiting some sort of a retest around these areas. So price action reached the areas, but it's currently breaking them. So if I plot a quick fib just to see where price action is, it is actually approaching the 78.6, the maximum point for me for a retracement. So looking even on the 4-hour, you can see a clear uptrend happening here. Price found support, started resistance, but it was Friday again, massive manipulation to the upside. So let's wait to see how price reacts right now and how it creates structure. Personally, I would advise you to monitor this level. So let's see. What I personally will be waiting for is a strong push to the downside, double top formation, push to the downside, retest of this area here, and then I can potentially scale in if I took a short here, or I can launch my position from here. So this is my view on USD Swiss. I want to see this ascending trend line get violated, double top, break of structure, then potentially some sort of a lower high formation, and then I can ride this down to to the first point here. So that was my quick analysis on USD Swiss. Let's see if it plays out. USD CAD, I am very disappointed with this pair, not because of its movement, but because of my trade management. So I've been calling first this area from the top levels here, and then this area. So I was planning to enter a big swing trade on this, and I tried to enter 3 times, even 4. So the first trial was here. I got stopped out at break even with this push to the upside, then price pushed down, then I did not manage to get an entry here. And then I think I tried somewhere around here from the top, but I got in a little bit late, I think. So let me check. Yep, I think I got in something like this, and as I'm too I secure my trades very fast, and you can see when price pushed here, took me out of break even, and then continued to push to the downside. Very unfortunate situations for me, but that's how the market has been moving recently. So UCAD is approaching a massive level of demand here. You can see price hasn't been here for a very long time. 2018, that is, yep, almost 2 years. So yep, let's wait. It still has a lot of downside potential, but looking at the 4-hourly, I can see that the price is starting to exhaust a little bit. So you can see that this is starting to create some kind of a wedge formation, or whatever you like to call it. So it is really hard to find structure. This market is very overextended. So as much as I want to take a short position on this one, I will start limiting myself from shorts, because I think that this market has to make a daily pullback, because you see on the daily, massive push. Usually UCAT loves consolidations. This is the most consolidating pair ever. So potentially this may turn into a consolidation, and then we might start push to the upside. So I will not give you any bias on UCAT. I will still be looking for shorts as long as price trades above this area. So potentially if we get a pullback here or just a lower high, I may take a short, as I'm still short biased, because we do not have break of structures. So this could be some sort of a trend line just to give you the direction. If price action breaks this area, and then comes back for a retest, this will be my long opportunity. But for now, I will just keep monitoring UCAT for potential reversals or for potential shorts. But really this pair is not too good right now to be traded, because if you got on the top from here, it was absolutely perfect. But right now price has already made this whole move, and usually after such a big move, price action should make some sort of a pullback. So don't sell at the bottom, and make sure if you try to scalp this, it's okay. But I think my advice is it is too late for swings. So wait for the price to break, retest, and then look for a swing to the upside. Okay, that's UCAT. Let's have a look at the GBP pairs, although I really don't want to look at them. So GU, I've been analyzing this pair. So let's check the daily first. Massive push to the upside, finally started to find some resistance. So we are in need of a big pullback here, potentially around those areas here. However, we have nothing on the daily, and the fib is big here. You can see 50% perf and 61 perfectly aligns with this kind of area here. This wick area here that even got retested quickly with this daily candle. So dropping to the 4-hourly, I indicated to my group, wait for price to shift. So we had this kind of channel drone here. Price was starting to compress. Then we had the break. So I did not take any shorts from this one, but I indicated, okay, so if price taps into this area here, this is a potential lower high. If we get a retest here, it's perfectly fine to short. But price unfortunately just tapped this with a wick. So, and then pushed to the downside, massive wick to the downside as well. So we identified that this was a strong support, and then just continued trending down, but very choppy and not a lot of volume into GBP. So I think the crucial date for the GBP is approaching. So I would advise you, my biggest advice is to stay away from GBP, because there are going to be massive movements. So it is currently aligning for something. You see not a lot of volume, not enough clear price action to tell you what is going to happen. It looks short bias to me. We have our daily level down here, 1.25 500s. So this is a potential target to the downside, but I haven't traded the GBP pair for months now, and I really don't like them. Currently, with all the Brexit stuff happening, you just can leave them alone. And having a look at Euro GBP, it is even more choppier than ever. Massive push to the downside, and currently look at this. It's been 2 weeks of consolidation, and if you can analyze this pair for me, you're welcome to do so. What I can identify though is that this is a supply area here. Look at those wicks. Massive wick here, price comes back, support, push, but it still fails to continue to the upside. So you have a massive wicks here, potential level. You can draw your level something like this. So personally, I am not looking to trade any GBP pair. What I will be waiting for is for price to break this area, potentially retest for a long opportunity, or break below this area and retest for a short opportunity. But my biggest advice is this week, stay away from the GBP, guys. Just a quick look at gold. Let's see what is happening here. It's a little bit confusing. Why? Because price action is creating lower highs. Wow, currently you can see price try to create a lower low, pull back for a lower high, but failed to continue down. So this is potentially a triangular formation compression. You can see from the daily, really not clear, and we had a massive spike from the tops here, exactly at those top wicks. So potentially this indicates to me shorts. Having a look at the 4-hourly, this was a fake out of this trend line. Potentially price action tapped into massive supply area. Massive bearish engulf, you can see. So what I will be waiting for is another test as a double top, just to give me more structure to work with, because this bullish candle and then bearish engulf, I do not short like this. I always wait to sell at the top and buy at the bottom. So we have some massive support here to the downside, something like this. So if I get a short, I will make sure to secure any profits here. And we have 1500s level here, which is very massive, and 1520 is the level that is currently trying to get tapped. But you see, we already dived into this supply area, and we're massively rejecting. So let's see if we get a better entry. Probably you can have a look at the hourly time frame. If you start having some, it's already forming, but I would like to see some more pullback here, something like this. Then for the double top, and then I would like to short. So this is my bias on gold. Let's see if it plays out. I'm short bias, so make sure to monitor, because price action may pull back this area, may come back for a retest, and then we can start looking for longs. But currently looking at the daily, it looks short to me with this daily candle here, with the descending price action, although we're in a triangular formation. So usually in triangles, we wait for a breakout in both directions, but if you analyze carefully market structure, you may get where price action is reacting to and so on. So let's have a look what happens with gold. It could be buy bias because we broke out of this consolidation very violently. This could be the retest of the consolidation. So that is why I always keep telling you monitor price action. Wrapping up this video with NAS100 and US30. So you can see NAS is currently entering into a massive supply area. All-time highs here. You can see, yep, they're really all-time highs. So we might expect some sort of, this could be manipulation just to get premium prices for price action to fall. You can see I entered a short here to catch this move. Price action pulled back then, tried to push to the downside for a lower low, but it failed here, and we had on Friday this massive push to the upside. So let's have a look at how price reacts here, because I really think this is at crucial areas, but however this follows the it is very fundamentally driven. So if the companies are strong, I'm really not into stocks yet, so this may continue to push to the upside, and then I will be looking for pullbacks to go long on this market. However, as prices right now at crucial areas, I will potentially be looking for some sort of a break of trend line here, break of structure, and then to go short. So currently no trading opportunity on NAS100. Let's see how it reacts at this major area. And having a look at US30 daily time frame, it looks like it's descending. So here our level is right here. This will be our supply zone. Price action is not currently there. So let's drop down to the 4 hour. Let's see what is happening. So I observed this short opportunity here after price broke this level, came back for a retest, massively pushed to the downside, but it failed to continue. And I identified this and I thought, okay, price is not ready. We will have another retest. So currently the retest is happening. Let's see how this reacts as well. I think those two indices are correlated, so let's see how both of them react. This may tap into this area and start rejecting, but I really need more price action on those things right now in order for me to enter any trades. So I hope you liked the analysis, guys, and it will get you ready for the week ahead. Make sure to leave me a like and leave me some feedback in the comments so I know that I'm doing good. Make sure to let me know what you want me to discuss the following days. I will be doing part 3 of the trading plan. I will talk about some psychology and what you can do to work on your psychology. So once again, guys, thank you for staying up until now. Make sure to check the link in the description and see you tomorrow.